Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. John and Ellie of Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another one. And I'm joined by Mr. Bumpy Road, Bumpy Isms here.
Cheers.
And we've got another guest back here.
He's in the shadows.
Yes, James. He's drinking another Treehouse beer. Actually.
No, he's got a Modest Man.
So we're going to have a nice conversation, drink some really good New England-style IPAs here, and have a good time. So I want to go to Michael first and see what he's drinking, and we'll talk about that for a second.
I have a Juice Gymnastics with a collaboration between Cellar, Maker, Other Half, and Trillium at 8.7%. And it's a DDH brewed with Galaxy, Nelson, Citra, and Centennial.
So double dry hop, yeah.
Double dry hop.
All right. So what I'm drinking here is from Treehouse. This is called the Curiosity 143. They've brewed a lot of these. This is the 143rd edition of that. And it's got experimental hops in it.
I don't think they actually tell you what they do.
Experimentation, evolution, and innovation. They're talking about the different hops. Number 143. They don't get too specific with this, but this is a New England style IPA, clocking in at what is it? Well, I guess
7.6.
7.6%.
Oh, you wuss.
ABV. And then we've got Bumpy here. What are you drinking?
From Treehouse. This is courtesy of John here. I got this one. They got the hands around a light bulb. It's an Edison bulb, to be exact. And they're trying to warm their hands. And this is called The Problem. This is, it has that long Treehouse story on the back. I'm not going to read it. But it's a triple IPA coming in at 9.4% ABV. Yeah.
All right. So we've got some nice juicy IPAs here, and we're going to start with Michael with his collaboration beer.
Okay, I'm gonna.
We got James the Shadow back here.
Yeah.
We're going to do that too?
Okay.
He's drinking from Modest Man.
We're all going to pour our beers up here and see what we're dealing with.
Yeah, he's got the higher ground going. It's an 8.5% with Citra, Galaxy, Nectaron, and Nelson Sauvin hops.
Kind of a heady pour by me. A little bit, not too much on the side, I guess. But all that foam will become beer at some point. So it really doesn't matter. Look at the coloration. I don't know. John's look a little bit yellower on the camera. Let's see what Bumpy's looks like.
Triple. I got a hole in my can. Yeah.
Mine looks a little bit darker, but it actually probably is very similar in color, even though it's just
very tight knit.
Camera and the light, and the head is going away quickly on mine too. It came out, but now it's like fading, whatever. So I will give you a first hand. You see the look of it. It's orange. I guess you'd call it a light orange, I guess, color. And it's definitely hazy. Let's get a smell. A lot of citrus. Seems like, I don't know if those hops, Centennial, Citra, give you citrus, but that's what you're getting from the initial smell on this. You can tell that there's malt in it, but it's definitely hop forward. In other words, you're getting the smell of the hops first. And there's kind of like a sweetness that New England IPAs have that you can sense in the smell. I mean, I don't know if you can smell.
Exactly.
Smell sweetness, but if you know what I mean.
Right.
I guess it's time for me to taste it.
Absolutely, go for it.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers, Michael.
Woo.
It's really good. I mean, it's almost like by all that combination of hops that they've put together, it's like a well-balanced New England IPA. You're getting initially the citrus is definitely the lead flavor in this as well, and it's really well balanced. That you want another sip kind of thing. In other words, there's a little bit of dryness in it, which makes you want to take another sip. And I guess the thing I like about New England IPAs, it has a mild bitterness, but it's not anything which is bothersome, if you know what I mean. Some people don't like the bitterness. I don't mind the bitterness, but this has no bitterness at all, really just a little mild. It's really good. I mean, really good. And if you've had Trillium IPAs before, you've had other half IPAs before. I've never had anything from Cellarmaker before. It's in California. I've never had one, but it's similar to those other type beers.
Right.
And you can't taste the 8.7. So it almost seems like you might know it's a double because there's an intensity to it, but it's not. It's really good. I mean, really well balanced and really, they've done a really good job of the way they've combined the hops. And if you do see the Trillium one in Massachusetts, you should buy it. I mean, it's really that good.
Nice. All right. So, Bumpy, you want to talk about yours for a minute?
Yeah, you want me to talk about mine? Okay. It's got some good fruit notes. Definitely kind of has that meaty, what I call meaty fruit note. So we're getting into like mango, papaya territory. Kind of a little bit guava, which is kind of typical, I guess, of Treehouse. John likes to speak of their guava notes. It does have a dankness to this. I don't even know what hops are in it. Getting closer. Yeah, it's got a little spice note to it. Earthy, herbal spiciness with all that guava, mango, papaya, dank. Overcooked pineapple. Cheers.
Cheers.
Dive on in.
Cheers.
Pretty smooth body. Lower side carbonation. Good hefty, like medium to full mouthfeel. A lot of kind of like grainy type notes, but it's not coming off like bad. A lot of times I get grain in beer. I don't like it. It's kind of working with this. It's kind of like a wheat grain, slight malt sweetness. Upfront notes. It's sticking to those meatier type fruits. It's got that kind of mango papaya still. A little bit of that kind of overcooked pineapple lingering around mid palate. Goes very earthy, grassy, dank, pininess kind of finishes it off. Lingering bitterness. I'd say this one's moderately bitter. It's a little bit more on the bitter end than it is on the sweet end. 9.4% ABV. It drinks like a heftier one, so yeah, I'd say it's drinking like it's an 8.5 plus brew. So I think it's kind of going to be a little bit of a filling beer. Yeah, not bad though. Decent notes.
All right. Well, that leaves me. Yeah, this beer is definitely a lot of the same notes. I'm kind of getting some citrus and guava on the aroma, and the palate is nice citrus, nice guava. It's It's really bready in the middle. It kind of drops off on the back end. It's very nice for what the ABV is. It's very easy drinking. If you've had Treehouse beers before with the, like this is kind of falls right in the, what am I trying to say? It falls right into that realm. It's really enjoyable, nice citrus and tropical fruit notes, medium bread type notes in the middle of the sip. It's probably, medium carbonation. Yeah, it's a nice beer. I wouldn't. What is it? 143, 142.
Yeah, the 143rd brew.
Treehouse has a lot of beers like this, and this one is really, really nice. I would give it, we'll think about ratings here soon, but it's really enjoyable. It's really nice. It's got a nice tropical mouthfeel, nice citrus note. It's an enjoyable beer. It's not the best beer I've had from Treehouse. I've had a lot of other beers that probably have a little bit more of complex notes to them, but this is enjoyable. And I'll keep sipping on it and think of a rating. But
John, when you go to Treehouse to buy the beer, do you have to buy a 4-pack of the one you want, or do they sell singles?
So they sell 2-packs, 4-packs. I would say this one was a 4-pack, but yeah, you can buy 2-packs and singles and stuff like that. Yeah, this one's interesting because the different hop character, makes a difference, and yeah, it's an enjoyable beer. The beer that I've got is very, very nice, and I would give it a nice rating. But if you're used to the tropical fruit notes and whatever, it might be kind of run of the mill for you. But I think they've got a good thing going here with this one.
I'm gonna add to John's. I just smelled it and everything. It tastes fine, but I do get like almost a sour milk note out of the aromas. It's kind of weird.
You know what I've noticed, and you tell me, Bumpy, if you've noticed this also, when they're using experimental hops, it doesn't mean that they're not going to get the same result, but it sometimes means you can get that off taste, which you don't get, I think, as much with the classic hops. But maybe, it varies depending on which experimental hops they are.
Yeah. It's just, to me, I get like a little bit of a sour milk note out of John's beer in the nose. I don't taste it on the palate, but yeah. Experimental hops, I mean, they're hops that are up and coming. They're yet to have a name appointed to them, so they're like HBC.
They're like code numbers until they become official.
Which all experimental hops are all crossbred. So they're taking 2, 3, sometimes 4 different hops, and just whatever they're doing. I don't know how you make hops have sex, but it's
so nice.
That's kind of the way that it is, I guess. Yeah.
What's the weather been like in Massachusetts, by the way, this last week?
It's been all right.
We've had a lot of rain here.
We have. I
mean, like bad. Like we lost a week of the beach because we had a storm on Saturday and we haven't been back. So it's been bad.
Right. So a little rain outside, nothing too crazy. Yeah.
It's supposed to be better. Tomorrow and Sunday are supposed to be nice here, so we'll go back. We'll go to the beach, and I'm doing another beer tasting on Sunday. So we'll see how that goes. But we've cut back now. I don't know if you noticed the last one, we're only doing 2 beers each now instead of 3. What the people decided is by the 3rd beer cup, the taste buds start to suffer.
Yeah, that's why you need to throw a little bit of gin and stuff in there.
Yeah, well, with some of these people, if you did that, there would be trouble. But you know how it goes. So if we cut back to 2, that means you can save your beers that you have for the next time, and this way you end up having it goes a little bit further. But there's a difference between doing 8 and doing 14 or 13, whatever it is. But we'll see what happens.
Even if you're splitting them,
And Audrey, my wife, just drinks a little bit. She just tastes from my beer now. So she's not a full-time taster. She's just a casual taster.
Right. Casual taste. Have you had this one yet, John?
No.
All right, well, try some more. I'll be right back. I'm going to give miscellaneous.
Okay.
Because we're dead to him. He tried calling us. But, we're mid-review. Be right back.
I like that, yeah.
You be good, Joe.
Nice.
You want to say hello?
Nice tropical notes.
Okay. Well, what John Audrey says hello.
Oh, hello, Audrey.
How is Caitlin doing?
She's doing good. Yeah. Yeah. She's,
okay, that's good.
All right. These Treehouse beers are really good. It's hard to differentiate between some of them, but yeah.
I wish I could get more of this kind of stuff in the co-op. It's very hit and miss. Now, there's something like this will appear, and they don't have a lot of it. So if it hits, you got to buy it right away. I was only able to get 3. I would have bought more, but it was like since they knew it was a hot item, they limited how much you could buy. Like, the Bourbon County when it first comes out, that kind of thing. Because the co-op, I guess, realized on some of this stuff, when it's a specialty item, they know it's going to sell through quickly, and they want everybody to have a chance to get some of it. So it worked out okay. Got to try one with my friend Bill, did another one at the Beach Club in one of the tastings, and now I'm doing one with you guys.
So what are you thinking for the collab beer? I mean, it's...
I actually, between you and me, think it's a cellar maker beer that the other companies just decided we gave some input in it, and they did some of their own canning and they sold it together. That's how I'm reading it, but I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not into the actual way these collabs work out. There are some where both the companies, in case of 2, contribute into doing it, and then only one of the companies usually brews it, and then they both take credit. But I think most of this was probably made in California by Cellar Maker, from what I'm gathering. But I'm not positive. That's what I'm gathering. Okay. And since I've never had a Cellar Maker beer, we'll assume it's another New England style, making doubles that are 8% or more, which seems like to be the way they go.
Nice. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, as far as the Treehouse is concerned, I mean, this stuff is really good. Getting some nice tropical fruit. Some nice, guava notes in there as well. It's really kind of sweet, but it's not overbearing. I'd give this like a 96 out of 100. It's good, and if you're drinking a lot of these beers, you might have a higher rating for them. But yeah, I think 96 for what I'm drinking is pretty good.
I'm going to give mine a 97. It's not perfect, but it's getting closer to being, that kind of special thing that, it's on the better than most of these types.
Right.
The other thing I was going to ask, when we do these beer tastings at the Beach Club, and I did this exact one, and we're doing it on that 1 to 10 scale, I found one problem with some of the other raters. They kind of, when they compare the New England style ones against each other, it's almost like there's not much differentiation. Like when we have stouts, there's more differentiation, John, in numbers. You understand what I'm saying? So it's almost like with this type beer, it's harder to get them off a certain point where they'll go higher. In other words, if stouts can go into the 9s, these don't go above the early 8s in 1 out of 10 rating. Now, I gave this an 8.75, which is, to me, I would probably rate one like this in the 9 or 9.25. But by the group you are, you're not trying to raise it unfairly in the averages. So I hold my numbers down a little bit. And the highest thing got from anybody else was 8.
I love Nelson, man.
And 8 to me is very good, but it doesn't reach the excellent level kind of thing. So I like this a lot more than everybody else did, I guess.
I recently did a collaboration brew of Trillium and Evil Twin.
Was it really good?
I think I gave it a very good. Yeah.
Okay. Because those are two good, very good, generally have good IPAs too. And Evil Twin now is more known for these milkshake IPAs they do, but they do standard, regular New England style too.
The Evil Twin one was it was evil. It was brewed by Evil Twin, and they did it based off of one of Trillium's beers.
Okay,
so,
that sounds interesting.
So it was more like almost like a brewery takeover type thing versus a real collab. But
that sounds interesting. See, I'd like to have access to be able to buy more of that. It doesn't seem like it's always around, but it would be great if you could. And you have to jump on it when it's there because there's usually not a lot when they do collaborations and stuff. They don't make a lot. But this is very good. So, Bumpy, what did you give your score on the triple IPA?
Yeah, I'm kind of in that same ballpark on the triple IPA with this one. I mean, triple IPAs sometimes can be kind of hit or miss for the most part. I think that like other half the stuff has put out better triple IPAs than what I'm drinking here, but I'd still land it in the very good range. So if I was still doing my 50-point inspection thing, I'd probably land it in that like 42.5 range.
And where would that go on the 100 scale?
Good.
I know it's hard to do.
42.5, so you're looking at like, let's just call it 43, you doubled that, you're looking at 86. Yeah, it'd be like in that 86, 87.
Okay.
Kind of just below the 90s.
I got it.
Yeah, it's still something that like, you wouldn't mind drinking, you wouldn't mind buying and ordering. It's not one of those like stellar, holy crap, you have to have.
I got it.
What do you have the can of it over there? What do you think? Am I in the ballpark, James?
I think this is great.
Now, John, you've done other Modest Man reviews on your channel too. Beer that he has, right?
Yeah. So
where does that rate as a brewer with these other ones we're dealing
for
with?
me, the Modest Man is kind of like up into the A range, like 92, 93, that type of thing. Yeah, these are all really, really good, juicy type IPAs.
I just like the New Zealand house. You have that distinct flavor.
Yeah, you can't go wrong, honestly, with any of these beers.
Yeah. This is delicious though. Yeah. I think you're right in the ballpark.
I sometimes do look at the when Jay does his reviews and when Eric does his reviews and stuff, but I guess during the summer I'm not on the computer as much as I am the rest of the year. I don't see everything.
42 and a half, you said, or something? Or
I know Alex puts stuff up too. Alex, the beer man, too, does some shows too.
what I'm after. 8.5, definitely. And triples are tough.
But you don't know, some days on Sunday he does stout Sunday, some days he does super Sunday, so he switches up a lot. And
Right. Exactly.
weekends I usually do go to the beach, so I'm not here in the morning anyway to do it. So it takes care of that plan. But I'm happy with this one. I wish I could get more, but I do not think we will see it again.
We won't be seeing you again, my friend.
Anything else exciting going on in Beerland?
No, not really. No.
Well, yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We've got a barley wine we're gonna review later, I guess.
Who's that from?
This is from Bumpy.
Is that and that's New Hampshire, Bumpy?
Yeah, New Hampshire Shilling. They're out of Littleton, New Hampshire. You can only purchase it at the brewery. This is a barrel-aged barley wine.
Oh wow, that sounds good.
Yeah, and they Shilling. They they nail European style brews.
That's good.
So this is probably going to be like an English
good
type style barley wine that's barrel aged. So
I got to think of what the name is of this one I'm thinking of now, and I can look for it by, let's see, it's going to be in here, I would think. It's not Giant.
other than having pizza and other stuff.
That's exciting too.
Let's see if it comes up.
Yeah, that's a
Not Giant.
steak bombing roll.
No, I'm good, man. I'm actually fucking
So
cool.
you got muscle, you can burn it on. It takes years before this.
John, have you ever had a barley wine from Treehouse?
Yes, I have actually a couple times.
Because I have one downstairs and I can't think of what it's called. I guess I could look it up on
They put out a few by now, though. So you can't just pinpoint it based on this.
or on my phone here. Let's see.
What's that?
I think he said barley wine by Treehouse, but they put out quite a bit now.
They don't even put their ingredients down.
Let's see what comes up. It's
This
not
is not-
Tree of Life.
The
not
mascara is like
true.
a easy drinker.
Yeah.
It's like citrusy. It's smooth. It's creamy. It's got the hoppiness. It's got like
I'm not sure what the name of it is.
good finish.
It's a 9.7% barley wine.
It's really.
Oh wow, yeah, the mighty oak maybe, or the
It's something like that something with a tree.
yeah.
So maybe you're on the right track. Let me try again. Sometimes you can just look it up and it comes in right away. Sometimes you have more trouble. Let's see. I'll try again.
It's learning.
Treehouse barley wine.
They're basically them and Spyglass is like.
Spyglass is fantastic.
I'll put the alcohol. That might help.
This is like one you can, it's like
See what comes up.
Good,
It's called Mighty.
like an 8 for me.
Mighty. Have you ever heard of it or seen it?
I've had it before. Yeah. it's
What do you
good.
think?
I think it's a great barley wine. Yeah, really good.
And it's less than 10%, so it's not like some of these, imperial
Yeah, I think
barley wines, which can be really heavy duty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones I like to be a little bit more sweet.
Yeah, I think it's like 9.7%. It's really good. It's a nice beer.
But I'm looking forward to seeing you in late September. Those dates are set.
Yeah.
And the guest room is ready. And I got beers to give you and other beers to try. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And
Yeah,
get a chance to meet you and Caitlin, and Woodrow will meet you for the first time too. So it'll be exciting.
Absolutely.
It's good beer.
I've only met Jay and James from everybody, the group. I know you've met other people when you've traveled, so I have not traveled to meet people. So this is a good opportunity.
They are so good. Yeah.
Like I said, I've known Ian, but I haven't seen him for 40 years, so in person.
Right.
So.
You're right.
So
Yeah.
it's if we ever do get together again, which I guess is possible, I don't know what's gonna go on, kind of thing. But, that's certainly an interesting thing to know somebody as a child and then find him later in life. Then he's also a big time beer drinker, which I never would have known, except I saw him on one of the Facebook groups, which I'm in now.
Right.
That's how I found out who he was, and actually he turned me on to that group after. So I guess we were Facebook friends, and he said, "I know you're into beer. Why don't you join this group?" And now I'm one of the moderators of the group. It's called the Beer Hall. You're on it. It's called the Beer Hall, but you're not on Facebook much anymore, so you probably don't get a chance to check stuff out. I'm on two groups where I'm either the moderator or the second. I'm on Jay's group still too. Alcohol Legs too is the second whatever. But when Jay's there, he does almost all the heavy lifting with it. So
right. All right. Well,
we can wrap things up. I mean, you guys look like you're going to do some more drinking, I would assume.
Probably, yeah, maybe.
Jesus,
Yeah,
you up for more drinking?
I think so.
Woo!
Bumpy looks like he's excited, so that's all that counts.
No, this is fun. Yeah, no.
I feel like ever since I messaged John, it was like, "Hey, dude, you kind of want to hang out tonight?" He seems like he's been on a down spiral.
Oh, have I been?
So bad.
He's enhancing your life, John. So don't worry about it.
Right. Yeah.
He wasn't ready for the bumpy.
I wasn't. No, never ready for that.
But keep in touch, and potentially we could do another one between now before you come up, because it's still a month and a half away. But
right.
It's been fun, and I'm happy we got a chance to do it.
Me too. Yeah, it's a lot of fun doing this, and glad you got your Trillium, your collab beer there. That's really awesome. And when we get together, we're gonna do a lot of Treehouse beers and other stuff as well. But yeah,
I have some good Imperial Stouts too that I've set aside. You saw this the last time I brought it out, so it's here, and we can check. Bobby, this is the 2-year extra barrel aged edition from 21, 22. But anyway, you had to be in Chicago to get this, I think. So
who's that?
One of them was nationally sent out and one wasn't. So I think this might have been one.
I don't even get the regular Bourbon County around here. It's ridiculous.
See, it's funny now. It's not that I don't.
It sells out so quick. It's like
it sells out here too. But I guess, and John and I have discussed this a lot. Also, the difference, the variants sometimes don't hit the mark. I know it's the base beer, and I know it has a chance. Some of them are very good, but sometimes they just miss, and they cost double almost what the base beer costs. And the base beer is almost guaranteed to be good every year. Better some years than others. And I'm not saying I wouldn't try the variants. It's hard
I
for
think
us
there's only been 2 variants of that that I've really enjoyed. We did the Coca-Cola one, which was surprisingly odd but good.
I like that one.
And then John had that one that was what you paid
$20. It was the special reserve. Yeah.
I like the Fig Newton one.
Better, but not better.
What was the Fig one?
Yeah,
there was a Fig one I liked. I can't remember the name, Sir Newton Fig or something like that. I thought that was surprisingly fig-like. But again, I didn't think it was worth $28 or whatever it cost. Yeah. But again, it's you get what you pay for. You paid $40 for one also, John, didn't you? Was that a Bourbon County?
Yeah, I did.
So, and you said you would have done it again, so obviously you didn't mind. So that's okay.
It was pretty good. Yeah.
You know, it was very good. So, John, looking forward to seeing you again. And
Yes, sir.
Bumpy too. Good seeing you.
Oh yeah, you too, Michael.
And keep in touch. And
Well,
we'll do this. We'll do this again sometime.
We'll do it again. Yeah. So thank you to all the people that are out there watching, and you know, kind of a spur of the moment type of thing. But I'm glad we got to review these beers. We got some really good, juicy IPAs going, and we'll do some more soon.
All right, you guys take care. Have fun.
All right.
Talk
Thanks.
to you soon.
Cheers, Mike.
Bye. I'll wait till we're actually off before I leave.
Whee! All right.
This might take a minute. John has to figure
Oh,
his
I
fingers
gotta-
out.
It's okay. It still says live, but it's on its way.
We're going
There
off
you go, John.